Hello and welcome back to another episode of What You Missed News, the video game news show that recaps what happened this week in video game news that might be important to the video game industry and to you, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know, death before decaf. One thing though, seriously, on a serious note, I'm over on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. I've been streaming on Twitch. I usually put up polls to what I stream on Twitter and let people vote on it. Currently, the next game that I will likely be streaming is the Halo Collection. That would be the beginning Halo game all the way to the end Halo. And I will be playing that and streaming that from start to finish over on Twitch. Recently, I just finished Mega Man 1 through 10, the Legacy Collection 2, and I'll tell you, the Mega Man 10 game is something that really got me. I did it with Protoman. It's a double damage mode. It's extremely difficult, but I did finish it. There's going to be a highlight at the end of the video. You guys can go ahead and see some of the things you've been missing if you don't watch me over on Twitch, but I'll reserve that for the end of the video. So, let's jump into the news, ladies and gentlemen. First, big story came out. Guinness officially nixes Todd Rogers' Dragster records. Long story short, an individual acquired the Dragster world record for the fastest time on an Atari game known as Dragster. Now, this game allowed you to race two Dragsters. It's a very simple game all the way to the end, and whoever got the fastest time won. Now, there's a world record for this. The thing about this is it's been debated and it's been tested by tons of people, thousands at least, whether or not this is a legit record, and no one could ever beat his time or even reach his time really without using exterior methods, modifications, things like that. So after further investigation, finally Guinness Book of World Records has decided to revoke that world record and say there's no way possible that a human could achieve this world record without exterior influence to the game, and that is a no-no on some records. So you can't do that, ladies and gentlemen, and he lost his world record. He has debated this since and said that he disagrees with their ruling, but understands how strict they are against cheating. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you were looking to get that world record, there's a possibility that you yourself could possibly earn that. So, oh my god. An Alaskan man is arrested after hitting his roommate with the Zelda sword. With the Master Sword, to be specific. Yeah, so Anchorage police were called to an apartment near a university of Alaska last Friday after a group of roommates got in a fight involving their fists, a knife, and a replica Master Sword. 22-year-old Jeremy was arrested after the fight, which Anchorage Daily News reports said that he did not begin. It escalated from some pushing to shoving into punches into an attack with a kitchen knife. Jeez, man. But then it ended up with this individual also grabbing a replica of the Zelda Master Sword off the wall and using its sheath to strike a man. It says that he hit him multiple times with the sword. In court documents pointing out that the edges of the sword were not sharp, but the tip was sharp. So, yeah, I guess, I don't even know what to say. It's for killing Ganon. It's for destroying darkness and evil. It is not for dealing with a couple fist fights between your roommates. What are you in jail for? Oh, I just smashed and bashed my roommate's head in with a Master Sword. Oh yeah, you know, I robbed a convenience store and he didn't pay his child support, but you know, that's all right. That's cool too. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Continuing the Nintendo news, we have some weird crossover from Minecraft. This was tweeted out from Nintendo of America. Classic skins from franchises like Gears of War, Halo, and Banjo-Kazooie will also be available on Minecraft's Nintendo Switch Minecraft Skin Pack 1. But Nintendo, you don't have those games. It's crazy to see Master Chief on a Nintendo Switch, but yeah, I guess I've seen crazier, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Something that is crazier is that Gabe Newell once considered a joint venture with Nintendo. PC gamers are probably saying to themselves, no way. Nintendo fans, again, no way possible. In an interview with Gabe Newell's son, Gray Newell, yeah, that's seriously his name, Gray Newell, it appeared on a live stream that casually he said he met Satoru Iwata and Shigeru Miyamoto at one point in time, and this was in a trip to Japan that Gabe Newell stopped by the Nintendo offices and were working out a deal during the Nintendo Wii times to work together. He emphasized that it was super casual. Again, this wasn't business writing and anything like that, but that is the beginnings of the deals. If you're not even talking, there's no deal. Talks are what grows into something very, very serious. So at one point in time, Gabe Newell might have been considering a venture with Nintendo, and I would, man, wow, why didn't you do it, Nintendo? Why? What could have possibly been on the table that you would have said, no, we don't want any part of that? I don't know, crazier things have happened. Once again, Nintendo had the chance to work with Minecraft. Nintendo had the chance to buy Skylanders and work with Skylanders. Nintendo had the chance to work with Sony at one point in time. There's a lot of things that Nintendo didn't do that they really should have, and this might have been one of them. Continuing the Nintendo news, Nintendo is to cut off addition of Wii Shop points. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the Wii Shop is going to be closing, likely due to the new store that is going to be put in place with the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Network that is going to be coming up. That is going to be beginning on March 26th, and it's going to be closing down, I believe that is in 2019, January 30th. So after a certain period of time, again, March 26th, you will not be able to add points. So if you want to add points, you need to add points while you can and get the games that you want. But it will be completely closed on January 30th, 2019. So if you do have things to re-download, make sure you re-download them by then. Other than that, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Nintendo news for that. It's sad to see the Wii Shop channel closing, but it is a necessary thing that will happen. A warning to all those individuals who have no issue buying digital content and then forego physical copies just to have the shop closed and to never be able to re-download this 20 years later. AMD is ramping up production to address graphics card shortages. I talked about how Nvidia was asking retailers to sell to gamers only and put gamers first instead of the cryptocurrency miners, but it seems that AMD is, instead of asking retailers, ramping up their production to counter these graphic card shortages. Now, the question is, will the miners just buy the extra ones that they're producing instead of the gamers, or are there just going to be so many cards out that there's going to be no way for that? This is a strange thing that is going to happen. Either Nvidia is going to come out on top because they didn't ramp up production and instead appealed to the retailers, so all those GTX 1080s that are going to be used and on the market, they'll flood the market, but they won't be so plentiful that they will be only worth pennies or something in the future. While AMD is going to be ramping up production by putting out more cards, perhaps more gamers are going to get these cards in their hands and go over to the AMD Radeon side of things instead of the Nvidia side because they can't get Nvidia cards. This is interesting, and I can't wait to see the results of this in 2 to 4 years. Finally, I want to close on the EA misses Star Wars Battlefront II Target. Plans to introduce microtransactions soon.
The battle might have been lost, but the war is far from over. For when there is one dark side user, there is always another, and another, and another, and another. When the light rises, the darkness rises to meet it. And just because you won one battle doesn't mean you won the war.
And before I get a literal heart attack and my brain explodes, I'm gonna go ahead and reserve this this video, this point of discussion, and several other stories that I have to deal with this for another video, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you return here tomorrow, because I will likely be discussing the new microtransactions they're going to be putting in Battlefront 2, with a lot of talk about loot boxes, comments about the future of gaming from EA themselves, among several other things. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a like. If you disliked this episode, leave me a dislike and some constructive criticism. Remember, you can always win a Nintendo Switch only by subscribing. Click that subscribe button, like and share my videos, and leave me a comment down below. Doesn't have to be about anything in particular. I declare a winner every 15th by selecting random comments, so you have a chance to win a brand new Nintendo Switch every 15th of each month, ladies and gentlemen, and all you have to do is be subscribed to me and like and share my videos. So that'll do it for this episode, and I'm going to go and lay down in a dark room and think about how EA could be reintroducing microtransactions after the whole fiasco that literally almost destroyed Star Wars as a game, as a medium, as a video game. I gotta go. I gotta go.